There is tremendous power in belief. It can open doors, solve problems, push you to achieve your biggest goals. It can work for you. And here are a few reasons why you should have this belief in yourself. This is the Enjoy Life podcast. If you feel overwhelmed or stuck and you want to break free so that you can find your power to take action to achieve your goals and enjoy life, then you're in the right place. Welcome, my friend. I am glad that you're here. My name is Nick Mazie, and it's my desire to be your guide through this material so that you can choose your mindset, goals, and actions so you can guide your life to go in the direction that you want to go and enjoy it. Now let's dive right in. Well, hello, I'm Nick Mazie, and as always, I am thrilled that you're here and joining in the Enjoy Life podcast. And today we're talking about belief and having a belief in yourself. I know this is one of the things that it doesn't always come naturally to some people, and that's okay, because I just want to point out some reasons why you should believe in yourself. And no matter what's kind of happened in the past or the path that you've walked or where you've come from, I think there are some good reasons that you can believe in yourself. Now, it's not going to be some sort of miraculous change where instantaneously you're the most confident person in the world. I'm not saying that. But instead, just bear with me a little bit. And these are some very basic, simple reasons why it's okay to believe in yourself. Before we really dive into today's episode, I do got to share something with you. It's something I've been working on. In fact, I was trying to work on it really hard and crank a bunch of it out before I recorded this episode. And that's, I've partnered with a company called Listenable. It's you're probably familiar with online courses these days. You know, they're really popular. But Listenable strictly has audio courses. And I know you love audio because, well, you're listening to this podcast. And so I said I've partnered with them to create some online courses that's right in line with the material that I create on this podcast. You know, a lot of the topics are going to be the same. I'm putting the finishing touches on the first course I'm doing with them, and it's all about overcoming goal killers. You've been around the podcast for a while. You know I've done a lot of episodes on goal killers. Goal killers are just the things that they stop your progress. Well, if I want to help you achieve your goals, and I do, that's one of the big purposes of this podcast is to help you to pursue the things that you want. Well, then I need to help you to overcome the things that could stand in your way and stop that progress. And so like I said, I'm putting the finishing touches on this online audio course right now. And the better news, all right, having that course available to you is great news, I think. But the better news is I'm working on getting you a free trial to Listenable so that you can explore that course as well as a lot of other ones they have for, I think it's like a 7-day free trial that you're going to be able to get. And so the details and more information about that will be coming soon. And hopefully I can wrap that up here in the next week and get it to you as soon thereafter. And as I'm listening, I think there's a storm that's about to roll in at my house. So hopefully I can get this episode recorded before it gets too noisy and thunderous and all that stuff outside. So on to today's episode. We're talking about why you should believe in yourself. Now, a lot of times we think about we have to have a certain past of success or have done all these things to believe in ourselves. Well, I want to suggest there's some other reasons, some really basic reasons that you can believe in your goals and your ability to achieve those goals, and just really overall believe in yourself and the purpose that you're on. The first reason is that you want to achieve your goals. You want to achieve your goals. You know, desire is a powerful thing. It's a very powerful thing. You know, when you get into really making improvements and changes, you know, and guiding your life and achieving goals, all those things, that burning desire is such a powerful thing. Without that, you're not going to achieve your goals. So if you have that desire, then give yourself credit for it. See, without that desire, there's not going to be any progress, any improvement. There's no success without desire. So you have the desire. That's a great reason to believe in the goals and your purpose and what you're trying to achieve. You got to have belief in yourself because you have the desire to do that. And that's like the key, essential, number one, very first ingredient is that desire. And if you have the desire to achieve your goals, then you've already got something working in your favor. So you have the desire to achieve your goals. Excellent. Excellent. Give yourself credit for that. The next the next reason why you should believe in yourself is that you're willing to try. You're willing to try. Now, you don't have to be perfect at everything, or like I said, you don't have to have a huge past of success that you can kind of tote on. No. But as long as you're willing to try, you're willing to take a little action, you're willing to try something, see how it turns out, and then you might make a little bit of adjustment, and then you're willing to try again. See, just like desire, you will not succeed if you don't have a willingness to try. It's very simple, but very, very powerful. See, oftentimes people aren't really trying. If they're not going to put forth the effort, then they're definitely not going to achieve anything. And so don't let yourself get swept up in well, it might be difficult or I might not succeed, so I'm not going to try. As long as you're willing to try, you're already leaps and bounds in front of those who are not willing to try. So think about it. You have the desire to achieve your goals. You're willing to try. You're willing to put forth a little effort and give it a shot. Well, golly, now you're already on your path to success. Really? I mean, those are kind of the initial steps, the initial stones you got to have in place in order to build your success. That's awesome. See, I already got a ton of reasons why I believe in you. The next one is that you care. See, being sincere and caring, that's a big part of being able to achieve your goals. You listen to this podcast. This podcast is not all sunshine and rainbows. I try to push you to take action and do the work needed to achieve your goals. And if you didn't care about making your life what you want, if you didn't care about those goals, if you didn't care about improving and doing some of the work, then you probably wouldn't listen to this podcast at all. Because, well, like I said, this podcast isn't all about sunshine and rainbows. The one thing I do talk about a lot in this podcast and a lot of episodes is that it's going to take work to achieve your goals. If you've listened through all my talking about all the work and all the hard work and effort and all the stuff you're going to have to do, if you've made it through all of that, then you must really care about what you want to achieve. So not only do you have the desire to achieve your goals, the willingness to try, but you care about them. And that can also help you to achieve them. One more reason why you should believe in yourself is that you're capable of taking the next small step. All right, now you might not have all the skills and abilities you need to take step number 22 when you're on step number 2. But if you're on step number 2, then you are capable of taking that next tiny step to complete that part that you're on. Now, sometimes the next step might seem huge. Well, if that's the case, then break it down into a smaller little sub-step, a little action step toward the bigger step. If you can't do what's the next thing for you to do, then break it down a little bit. Maybe you have to develop a new skill before you conquer that next step. That's okay. Developing that new skill can be the next step. So you're capable of taking that one tiny little step towards your goal. If that's what's holding you up, then stop focusing on the big things you have to do and start doing just that next real small thing. And lastly, this is a powerful, powerful cycle to help you to succeed. See, if you find and focus on reasons to believe in yourself, like the ones I just mentioned, then you might believe in yourself just a little bit more. And then that belief can help you to take action and make a tiny bit of progress. And then once you make a tiny bit of progress, see, you got even more of a reason to believe in yourself. It's about choosing to focus on the things that are going to help you to take the action, make the progress, and achieve your goals. You got to choose to focus on the things that are going to help push you forward, not the opposite. If you choose to focus on the things that are going to stop your progress and the reasons why you're not going to succeed, well, then those are also a powerful cycle, and that will prevent you from taking action. And then you'll have more of a reason to not take action because you haven't done any so far. Forget about all that. Instead, use this powerful positive feedback loop of choosing to believe in yourself just a little bit more, and then take just a little bit more action, make a little bit more progress, and then use that to believe in yourself more. It is simple and it is powerful, and you can choose to use it to your advantage. So remember, You have the desire to achieve your goals, and the desire is the first step to achieving anything. You're willing to try, and taking action and trying is what's going to help get you started. You care about your goals because they're important to you, and making the changes and improvements you want in your life are important to you. You're capable of taking the next small step, and you can use this powerful positive feedback loop of believing in yourself, taking action, making progress, and then believing in yourself more. You can use that to your advantage. Now, what are you going to do with this information? Well, one of the major things I recommend is remind yourself of what you need to hear. Remind yourself of what you need to hear. If it's the desire that's hanging you up, identify what's really important to you. If willingness to try is where you're struggling, then just remind yourself that it's worth giving it a shot. If you're struggling with being capable, remind yourself that you can take the next small step, the next tiny little step. It doesn't have to be huge, but it can be really, really small. Remind yourself that you can do that next tiny little thing. And if it's about caring, then remind yourself why your goals are important to you and why your life being how you want it to be. Remind yourself why that's important to you. There's a lot of power in reminding yourself of what you need to hear. Because some of the most powerful words, some of the most important words you'll ever hear in your life are the ones you tell yourself because you'll believe them. Remind yourself of these truths. And that way you can believe in yourself, and that belief can help you to do the work, take the action, make the progress, and achieve the goals you've set for yourself. Because, you know what? I want you to achieve your goals. I believe in you. I believe you can accomplish great things. I believe you have it in you and you can do it. I want this podcast to help. I want my words to help because I sincerely and honestly and wholeheartedly believe you can do it. You can do it. Well, thank you for listening to the Enjoy Life podcast. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you get some value out of it. If you did, please make sure you share it with somebody. I'm kind of relying on you to help champion this voice of positivity and encouragement, because I believe the world needs a lot more of this now. And you can take a simple step and share this podcast with one other person out there that might be able to benefit from it, and that'll help spread that word of positivity and encouragement. And also, it's a big help for spreading the message by taking just a moment and giving a rating and review on whatever you're listening to this podcast, but particularly that Apple Podcast app. Is one of the biggest places that you can make a difference in people's lives by giving this episode or this podcast a short rating and review. All right. Thank you for listening. Take care, and can't wait to talk to you again soon. And I can't wait to share with you that audio course that's going to be coming out soon and get you free access to it. So stay tuned for that too. All right. Take care.